So my cup triggered a thought. So inasema God is good. So let me get to this thought. So I think this is my honest opinion. Jew. So most people, they say it's almost clockwork. And this is a very Kenyan thing nasikianga sana. Wase wanaulizwa God is good, wanasema all the time, and all the time God is good, and that is his nature. So how many people really mean that? Like ni watu wangapi wana mean that God is good, and he's good all the time, and they personally feel that? Jew, that's part of my religion, my religious mindset that I hate to break. Jew, not every time you feel like God is good and he's good all the time. Jew, the funny thing, it's we have a part yenye it's very human. And when I say very human, that we deal with the flesh, we deal with the pain, we deal with the disappointment. And for me, there are some statements I just don't say. And I'm not saying don't say that statement, but how many of you say that statement but you don't really believe it? Like unaisema, but it's not a truth that we mwenyewe you are acknowledging, like in your life. And Nezasema, the goodness of God looks different in so many areas. But for me personally, one of the things that I found out that I had to do, I had to be like, there's this part of myself yenye singe deny. Yes, there's disappointments, and disappointments are big. Like, I'll be honest with y'all, my disappointments. So the days zenye nilikuwa kona, I was staying in that church, I was very prayerful. Actually, I've experienced healing. I prayed for somebody and they got healed. I prayed for somebody and they got an Easter, like an answer. Wase wenye nilikuwa naombea, they would get answers. I was almost convinced I had a gift, yeah, miracles. Everybody wenye nilikuwa naombea, something would happen behind the scenes. Like it would happen. But my disappointment will come where if I prayed something about myself, I will not see anything. I will not see anything. And that's let me tell you, that's a disappointing place where almost you see, okay, you're praying for the same thing. Now, your other friend gets it. Or not even your friend. Just the fact that somebody gets it earlier than you, or you just notice other people, or you just noticed, you start measuring, like I'm doing all these things, these people on the other side of Anhivi, and they're still getting the same measure, and that due the rain, inasema, I think the Bible inasema the rain rains on the, I think on the just and the unjust, they get the same measure. So what do you do in those situations? You see? So also it gives another scenario. There were workers that wakwanza akaanza kazi, I think, let's say for instance they worked for 8 hours. Wapili wakakuja maybe half, and they all got paid the same time. And they all got paid the same amount. The ones that worked hard wakauliza, why does these people get paid the same amount as us? And this is where this thing comes from. It comes from that place. Juu hao wase wenye walifanyanga kazi for the whole time, they felt unfair that somebody else came late na wakalipwa the same amount. But what was being addressed here is a heart issue. It's a heart issue that most people struggle with. Juu they had no business, juu wote walikuwa wameshapewa kazi. So you can't dictate to the master or the person mwenye alikuwa amewapea kazi how much you're supposed to pay those people wenye alileta late. So in that context, Jesus was asking, like, are you guys mad because of the goodness of God kwa watu wengine? And it's a very it's a very fair question, but also the other people's feelings are very valid. So I don't know how you reconcile that, but it's an honest thing. That is why I just don't believe things that I don't believe. Do I believe that God is good? Absolutely. Do I believe that God is good all the time? No. Does that make me less? No. That just means that I am real, and my relationship na yeye is so real, and I don't think that he will wipe me out or cancel me just because I don't believe that. The same thing like with relationships here. Not all are good. Sometimes they are good, sometimes they are bad, but I don't dwell there. But this is how I approach things. Like I said, I will never believe things or confess things that I really do not believe, like with a surety. But I do believe that God is good, but I don't believe it's all the time. But it doesn't make me less. So I thought about sharing that. So those are my thoughts on that.